Hi everyone, welcome to GRC55 Social Media Design. This course is all about how to use social media design and specifically how to create graphics for social media design to better communicate, whether it's for business or personal use or educational. There are some really great skills that you're going to pick up and know what to apply and to which type of major platform. But before we get into all that, we got to go over some of the class specifics and ways and things that you can do to be successful in this course. So let's get to it. Alrighty. So first off, some things to know, how to contact me. My email is right here. I try to check email multiple times per day during the week, Monday through Friday. Now, just be aware that on Saturdays and Sundays, I do try to unplug at least once a day. I spend so much time on the computer. I'm sure you guys understand that I do try to get away from it for a little bit. So just be aware that during the week, I'm usually pretty quick to respond. On the weekends, it might take me a little bit longer. And something else, that if you need to send me an attachment, such as you're having an issue logging in somewhere, or maybe you want feedback on a project before you turn it in and you want to send an attachment, best bet is to send it directly from your inbox to my inbox. Meaning, don't use Canvas emailing system for this. Sometimes it can be a little funky and it doesn't push the attachment through correctly. I do have office hours. Monday through Fridays, I'm available for 1 hour every day. I'm available a lot of times, but specifically to talk to students, to answer your questions and such. So check the course homepage, and I have the exact location and times listed out there. So let's talk about what you can expect to do each week. So each week you can expect a lecture. It's usually a video lecture, basically kind of like this, where I talk to you guys about a certain topic. There's usually some type of maybe an extra video to watch along with that, or blog posts or articles to read with those as well. And these are all just to get you set up for success. You can also expect to do a discussion board every week. Some weeks we also have a class activity that will help you along with your graphic design journey. These discussion boards are absolutely essential. They also count as your participation and attendance. So if you're not participating in those, you will get dropped from the class. Every 2 weeks, you will turn in a major project that's worth a whole lot of points. And these projects are going to be geared towards different types of the different major social media sites out there. So one big tip is that I highly suggest that you look at the projects ahead of time and start them ahead of time. If we were face-to-face, we would be having time throughout the week to actually work on these. So do the same for yourself. Don't put it off to the day it's due or something like that. Work on it earlier in the week. And because of that reason, I do usually add some kind of preview. So let me show you real quick what a typical week is going to look like. Best bet for this class is to go to modules. I have everything listed out so you know exactly what I'm expecting from you. So here we have, week 1 is kind of, it's similar to what we would usually do, but it's the welcome module. Let's go to week 2. So week 2, we have intro to branding. We have the date that you're going to be working on this. That's Monday through Friday. The learning outcomes for the week are an introduction to what you're going to be doing. So let's go ahead and open this up real quick. So the learning outcomes are going to be talking about what you can expect to do, and I add a project preview. So this is going to help you by looking at the project ahead of time. It's going to help you know what to pay attention to, especially in the lectures and the activities we're going to do, and how these are all going to connect together. So really important that you look at these projects ahead of time so you know what to expect. Here's our discussion here. A lot of times these discussion boards are going to be either based off of your chapter readings, and I'm going to show you in just a minute how to access the textbook for free If you want to buy it, you can, but you don't have to. You have free access to an electronic version. So anyways, I'll get to that in a second. So it'll either be, about your chapter readings, or it'll be centered around a critique, which means that you will post your project that you finished from like the week before or maybe 2 weeks before, and then your fellow students are going to give you feedback on your project. Now, I'll give you feedback too, but my feedback is going to be on the actual assignment. So once I grade an assignment, make sure you go to the assignment and look for any comments. It'll either be a text comment or it might even be an audio comment. I like to do audio comments a lot. Makes it a little faster, I think. So you can look for those comments to see what kind of feedback I'm giving you. And then, like I said, the critique discussion boards are specifically for the other students to give you feedback. These are also helpful because then you can see what other people are doing. Okay, so yeah. And then here we have our lab, our project 1, and this is where you'll actually turn in that first project. Okay. Let's get back over here. Alrighty, so, okay, here we are, due dates. So discussion boards have 2 due dates. Your initial post, or your first post basically to your main post to the discussion board, is going to be due on Wednesdays by 11:59 p.m. You then must reply to your classmates by Friday at 11:59 p.m. All right, so your projects are due every other Friday at 11:59 p.m. and your final exam is due by the last day of the semester. Now, can you turn in assignments early? Yes, you totally can. If something big is coming up in your life and you want to get ahead of the class a little bit, that's fine with me. The only advice I can give you is that make sure you get back to those discussion boards. I've had people who do a couple weeks ahead and then forget to go back and reply to the discussion boards. So make sure that you're keeping that in mind. Okay, so let's talk about makeup / redoing assignments. So there are no redos for discussion boards or the final exam. Once those are done, they're done. Now, lab assignments are due on Fridays by 11:59 p.m., right? And I will usually leave you a comment as to why you were marked down. Now, when you turn in assignments on time, you are eligible to redo the assignment. So if you don't like the grade you got, maybe there was a miscommunication, you didn't quite understand, maybe you ran out of time and didn't do the best work you possibly could, you can redo the assignment, but only if it's been turned in on time. So check my comments and see what you can do to improve, and you can totally resubmit. Now for late work, for discussion boards, if you miss the deadline, you can post up until Sunday at 11:59 p.m., but you will be marked down 10 points. So discussion boards are worth 25 points, 10 points, that's a pretty hefty markdown. You will be marked late in attendance, you will get less points, so definitely don't make that a habit. But, if you forget for some reason, then, go ahead and get in there. For your lab assignments, if you miss a deadline, you can turn them in up until Sunday at 11:59 p.m., but you'll be marked down 20 points, okay? And you will not have the option to redo the assignment for more points. So, turning it in is better than not turning it in. Some points is better than no points. So don't make this a habit, but if something major comes up or you forget or something, you can still turn it in up until Sunday night. Now, all that being said, if you are experiencing an extreme circumstance, something really crazy happened in your life, reach out to me, send me an email, and let's figure out what's going on, okay? I understand, I'm human too. Sometimes things happen. So, like I said, if there's an extreme circumstance, please reach out to me. Okay, so how much time do you actually need for this course? You need about 6 to 8 hours a week. Some people will need a little bit more. Some people might need a little bit less. My advice to you is to get things done as early as you can, especially in the first few weeks, until you figure out how much time you actually need for this. And just for online working from home, I've been working from home for years, even before the pandemic. setting some kind of schedule is going to be really helpful. So even though you don't have to be in class at a certain day, make a schedule for yourself. Make, Mondays and Wednesdays at a certain time, your GRC55 time. That'll definitely help you manage this class and your other classes as well. Okay, so when do we meet? This class is asynchronous, which means you review lectures and do assignments on your own schedule. We do not meet on Zoom. We do not meet in campus. It's up to you when you're doing this work, as long as you get it in by the due date. What equipment do you need? You need a device to access the internet, such as a laptop, desktop computer, tablet, or smartphone. Pretty easy, right? If you're watching this, then you're already set up for the class. We're going to be using web-based software for all the projects, and I'm going to help you get set up for this, okay? Now, for the textbook is actually, stop that. The textbook is available to you for free, all right? So here it is right here. It's called Branding Yourself, and let me show you how to get to it. So right over here, we have the link to the FCC library. I'm going to go ahead and click on this. And I'm going to scroll on down. Let's see, to articles, research, databases. Doesn't make sense. This one says books. I don't know why it's in the articles, but it is. It's in the articles-research databases. And you're going to click here, then you're going to go to the O, click on the O, click on O'Reilly for higher education. Okay, so I'm signed in still. That's not helpful to you guys. How do I sign out of here? There we go. Sign out. Let's go back. Hold on. Okay. Oh, O'Reilly. Okay. So this is what you're probably going to see when you first click on this. It's going to say select your institution, and our Fresno City College is not actually listed on here. So all you have to do is click on here, not listed, click here. Cool. Now you're going to go ahead and put in your student email and go through the process that they put you through here. Now, I can't actually do this process right now in this video because I've already signed up. But if you've signed up for other websites before, it's not too hard. Just put in your student email specifically, and you should be able to gain access. Now, once you've done that, you're going to instead click on already a user. Click here. So I'm just going to go do that because that's what I already did. Okay. All right. What's my password? Okay, cool. I put the right one in. Okay, so now that we're in, we can go ahead and search for our book. So it's Branding Yourself, and it is the 3rd edition we want. There we go. Sweet. And there it is. Whoop. So right over here, we can click here to see the different chapters and such. So for your first discussion board, you need to go ahead and read chapter 1 and chapter 2. And you can see there's a lot of subsections. It makes it look a lot longer than it is, but it's really not that bad at all. And so, yeah, let's go ahead and click on chapter 2 for a second. Now over here, you can bring the table of contents back up. You can search for a specific passage. You can change things like the font size, the color mode, however you like to read, the width, all that kind of stuff. Super helpful, especially if you're maybe on a tablet instead. Can be really helpful. So anyways, that's how you get to the book. If you want to buy it, you can, but it is available to you for free. All right, back to what we were doing, and let's see, let me change this again, get it looking how I like it to look again. Okay, coolio. Alrighty, where were we? So there is, I do have a video just on the textbook access, so you don't have to go through this whole video again. Now, if you do watch this one, just keep in mind that it's for the book that I searched specifically in this video is for another class. Just remember to search our book, which is Branding Yourself. All right. So, course navigation, modules, best place to figure out what you need to do each week. Syllabus, it has the syllabus, has all of these things that I've talked about and more. If you need to know drop dates, stuff like that, holidays, all that kind of stuff, the legal stuff, it's there. There's also, if you go to the syllabus underneath, there's a list of all the assignments and due dates. So if you want to print that up, you totally can. And yeah, you can click through the different pages and assignments as I post them so you can see what we're doing coming up. Also, if you've never, maybe this is your first time in Canvas or something and you don't know how to see comments on your assignments, there's a video here that's available for you to watch. I do recommend that you turn on announcements and notifications so that you know what's going on when I make an announcement. I usually make an announcement at the beginning of the week to let you know what's going on. So here are some links to help you out with that if you need to do that. If you need further Canvas support, there's a link to the Using Canvas page for different resources. Technology help, there's a student tech support hotline, so you can do that. Now this next section is, I'm going to leave up to you to read. It tells you a little bit about my educational journey, about, it took me a really long time to get through school, and something that is really helpful is actually asking for help. So I'm going to let you read this on your own. But I've also listed here a whole bunch of student resources, things that everyone can basically use, things like tutoring, online learning, counseling, health services, the RAM pantry. As students, you get free food. Psychological services. As students, you can apply to get free therapy. I'm like, I wish I would have done that when I was a student because I didn't, and yeah. Scholarship stuff. I also have a list of things that are more specific to maybe your specific identity, such as veterans, resources for single parents, resources for, there's just all kinds of stuff. Undocumented students. Yeah. So I just wanted to share these links with you guys. If you need support in some way and can't find information, feel free to reach out to me. I'm here to help you out. It's part of my job, okay? So please ask for help. And the last thing I'm going to leave you with is 3 big tips for you to succeed in this course. Give yourself plenty of time. Don't rush everything till the end. It's just going to make you more stressed out. So start the week's work early so you don't get overwhelmed by the day that it's due. Read and watch everything thoroughly. Don't just skim through. Don't stop a video before it's over because you might miss something that's super important to the assignment or information in general. And last again, ask questions. Take a look at assignments early. Ask me questions. If something's not clear, if you're not quite getting something, just reach out, okay? I'm here to help. All right, guys. So I'm looking forward to having a great semester with you. I can't wait to see what you create.